Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mystical Awakenings. RJ is not with us tonight. He's a little bit under the weather. Um, he's okay. Just want to put that out there. But welcome to tonight. It's a special night, and we're airing right here on KGRA, our favorite place. Tune into this network always because I'll tell you what, they have the best shows. So tonight we have two amazing guests. I'm really excited. This one tugs at my heart always, every year, every event. This is all about Murray's legacy. It's a beautiful story about love, hope, and redemption. In early 2007, severe depression caused Tim Maile, yes, you guessed it, to attempt to take his own life. Murray, Tim's loving rescue pup, saved him. Ooh, sorry. Tim has been investigating the paranormal since 2008 and also appeared on Paranormal Witness. Through that platform, he was inspired to create Pawtographs for Pooches, a nonprofit raising money for local animal shelters and rescues in Murray's honor. Tim and Murray started with photographs signed and pawtographed by the two of them. Pawtographs has since expanded to hosting exclusive events and attending conferences where all ticket and merchandise sales are donated to area shelters and rescues. To date, Pawtographs has raised, listen to this, $130,000 throughout the United States and into Canada. The mission of Pawtographs is to spread love, hope, and inspiration, with topics of self-love and mental health awareness at the forefront. So I would love to introduce you now and welcome Tim and Lauren Maile. Yay! So good to have you both here. Hello.
Thank you for making the time.
Absolutely. What a long day you two have had.
Yeah, a little bit, but I want to apologize. I'm sorry. The trip was okay. The hotel internet is not cooperating, so we apologize for any lagging we have on our end.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, our listeners are used to me lagging anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm so excited that you're in Houghton Lake. Normally, I would have been at the hotel to pester you guys. Today has been totally insane. As you know, I've went a week and a half with no water. Recently, thanks to my son Skylar installing a pump for us. The pump came in, it's installed, found out we needed a new water tank as well. So it's been a nightmare of a week and a half. But we're here, it's all good, and now it's on to bigger and better things. So what are we doing this weekend with you in Houghton Lake?
We're back in Houghton Lake after a couple of years over in Ann Arbor, doing Pawtographs Parafest 6. It's a full day on Saturday, a full day of speakers and vendors. There's a little bit of karaoke later that night. Everything that we raise goes to Roscommon County Animal Shelter. So very happy to be back here. Before we go real far into the show, I think both of us would like to thank you for all the help that you've given us here. It's always nice having somebody that cares about the event, that lives near the event, and you've taken on a lot of responsibility, and just want to acknowledge that and thank you.
Oh, thank you. You know, I love you, Tim and Lauren, but I think I've told you in the past, I do this for Murray and for the fur babies, also for you guys, but they hold my heart. They really do. So I'm getting emotional already. As soon as I started reading your intro, it started hitting me. But we have a great weekend lined up, and I'm over the top excited. I know a lot of people are. Welcome back to Houghton Lake. It has been a couple of years. So I know that many of us here missed you. And it's always been a wonderful turnout here. I'm just really praying that this year everybody steps up because, the shelter, um, they need it. They need it. All of our shelters, especially the ones that you guys donate to, um, are so overworked, usually a bit understaffed, donated to. So it's really a struggle for them, all of them, to take care of the animals the way they deserve to be taken care of. And what you do, I mean, there's no words for what you do to help them out. You know, with this money, they can feed them, they can get them medical treatment. There's so many stories out there, including one of my own. You saved my own puppy because of Pawtographs. We have Blaze. So, and he's dying to meet you tomorrow, by the way.
I can't wait.
We get to meet him?
Yes. Yes. He's heard. Uncle Tim has been in his ear so often. We're always talking about him. So, when he meets you guys, he already knows you. He's going to love you.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm going to put the poster up real quick so people can see if you want to talk a little bit about who's going to be there or what's going to be happening.
This is our 6th Parafest. I believe the 3rd one at Houghton Lake. Maybe the 3rd. 4th.
4th.
Yeah. I lose track. But Dustin Perry, I mean, he's been at every event but one that we've done. Shane Pittman is going to be there, probably best known from Holzer Files and 28 Days Haunted. Also started Beacon TV recently. Bill Konkoleski, I know the people in this area are very familiar with Bill. Everybody knows Todd. There's Jamila is going to be here. Dale Quigley will be here. Unfortunately, Michael John had to work. And as we were going live, I got a message that Nick and Bree would be unable to make it. So we're going to have to scramble and put something in that place, probably some sort of panel. Maybe we'll just have Tim Ellis speak and fill that spot. But
he's amazing.
At any rate, it's going to be a wonderful weekend. Everything that we raise does go to Roscommon County Animal Shelter. And we've also got the $2,500 corporate match looming over our head. So if we raise $2,500, that instantly turns into $5,000. So it could be a real good day for the animal shelter, a real good day for Pawtographs. And really, like when we walked in here, I hadn't been here since the last Pawtographs Parafest event here. And this is the building that I met Molly in. I took Molly home and gave her a home for 3 years. So that right there tugs at your heart. It just feels right to be back here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back here. Like I said, some of us have really missed you. For 2 years, I believe it. Yeah, 2 years. It was held in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It was still a great event, but there's something to me anyways, maybe because it's my home, but it's so intimate here. And I love
Ann Arbor was, it's near Detroit, so there was a bigger potential group of people. Mm-hmm. But we had a lot of issues with the hotel and not getting things that we were promised. And then there was that little pesky blizzard the first year we were there. It was 16 inches of snow.
Oh, yeah.
So we just thought, you know what? Let's head back to Houghton Lake. Let's return to where it really all started, because we started with a very small event here in, I believe, August of 2018 with you and RJ, myself, Tim and Brad, and then Tim Woolworth. And right. I want to say we raised quite a bit of money that first event for Silver Muzzle Cottage. So Michigan always comes through. And excited to be back in Houghton Lake, excited for Lauren to experience Houghton Lake for the first time. And just happy to be here.
Wonderful. Well, we're happy to have you here. Listeners are very excited. We're getting some good comments, from them as well. Lauren, how are you feeling about the weekend? And wait, you had a birthday Tuesday?
I did.
Was it Tuesday? Monday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah. What's a day? It's only a name.
Yeah.
But happy birthday. We'll have
Thank
to
you.
do a little celebrating this weekend. So how do you feel about the weekend in Houghton Lake? It's your first time here, I believe, isn't it?
I can already tell you that I like the hotel situation better than last year. And I'm excited. I told Tim that it's a little different this year because last year I was kind of like fresh meat. I didn't know anybody. And I felt like I was kind of on display for people to meet. This year I know people, and I think it'll be more fun to just kind of catch up.
Right. I think so too.
I'm not smirking. There's no smirk. I'm just looking at you talk.
You two have to be tired, but I'm so excited for the weekend. So one of the things going on I have to promote because, I'm part of it, is the gallery reading. And that's with myself, Scotty Burke, who I've not yet met in person. I'm super excited to meet him, and Christy London. So what time is that happening? Can you pull it out of your head?
She's got the schedule. I'll let her talk about the others. Her baby.
Why?
I don't know.
Because I like it.
Yeah. But we did the gallery last year, and it was really, really popular. People seem to really enjoy it. And go ahead.
The gallery is at 3:30.
3:30 p.m.
Yep.
So
And we have an
Perfect
hour
time.
allotted for it.
Awesome.
yeah, I'm excited to get Scotty Rourke involved in this. He's been involved in some of our events in Wisconsin. Scotty really has been instrumental in everything I've been able to do in the paranormal field. Has helped us a great deal as a medium with our residential cases. And then he was the one that was contacted by the people at Paranormal Witness. So the reason that I was on Paranormal Witness 12 years ago already, holy cow, do I feel old.
Wow.
12 years ago was because Scotty put in a good word and set that all up for us. So Scotty's a good friend. He's been going through some health issues, but he says he's 100%. And I'm ready to give that man a hug because I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I hadn't met him. Well, I know Scotty was also called in on one of your cases that became, I believe that's the case that ended up on Paranormal Witness.
Yes.
And he actually contacted a young boy that was in the house and really brought a lot of peace to a lot of people, including the little boy. So big kudos to him. Is there anything about that case that is ongoing?
No, I mean, I'm still friends with the family. I mean, they've become very, very good friends. So I've watched their children grow up because when we did the case, I mean, we're talking 15 years ago, and there were 4 kids in the house. All those kids are out of the house now. They've got their own lives, their own jobs, and everything. So it's kind of it's pretty cool to keep that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a pride for me. Scotty's probably worked with us on about 25 cases throughout the years, and really is somebody that we bring in and somebody that puts the final pieces of the puzzle together for us. And he's been fantastic at that. So I can't wait for you to meet him. I can't wait for you guys to work together. I think it's going to be magic. And that's going to be one of those things that I'm going to sit in on.
No, same.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting him face to face. Like many of the people in the field who Scotty has events that he works, I have events I work. Just kind of, there's so many people in the field who we know one another sort of but we never get to meet. So he's one of those that I always wanted to meet. He was involved in, some other things that I was involved in, but still online,
Yep.
So your story with Murray, I know you're going to be talking about that this weekend, and I know it's still hard. But can you maybe elaborate a little bit for some of our listeners that don't know?
Sure, I can do that. Before we left today, I had a quiet moment. I went and stood in front of his urn, and it just said, we're going to make you proud. I didn't know at the same time Lauren was in front of a painting that we had done by Brian Danhausen of Murray, and she was taking a picture with the Murray sticker. So we both had the same idea. But back in 2006, I purchased a home and always wanted my own dog, and found Murray online. And he was a rescue. He had been beaten horribly at his first home. He was only 6 months old, and the people that had him tried to tear his tail off so he could never wag his tail. He had nerve damage, and there were times when you would see a little flicker of movement in the tail, and that's when you knew that he was really excited. I brought him home, and I was going through a lot of things personally at the time, and things were really dark for me. Sometime in January 2007, I don't know the day, and I think that's my brain probably protecting myself. But sometime in January 2007, I attempted to take my own life. And the reason I'm here today is because I felt something on my arm, and I looked down, and Murray had rested his head on my left arm and snapped me out of it immediately. I do want to point out that for anybody that's never been at that point, you don't truly understand that there really is no rational thought in your head at that point. Your body is just ready to be done. And I had gone through friends and family and come up with a reason why it was okay for me to not be here, why it would be better for them. And had Murray not walked into that room that night, I truly believe I wouldn't be here. So the last 18 years, I really have lived every day. When he was still here, every day I would pick up his ear and I would whisper, "Thank you." He and I just had a connection, and it was beautiful. I miss him every single day. I talk about him every day. I used to talk about, when he first passed, I used to talk about, when it was my time, I didn't want people to be sad for me, because honestly, it was the greatest reunion you could ever think of. Me and my boy back together again. And now I'm in a position where the day will come where neither one of us are here anymore. And I can't wait to be there when Murray meets Lauren. He's a very, very special boy. He still is. And boy, do we love and miss him.
Well, he's definitely a part of you, a part of, thanks to your heart and you doing Pawtographs. He is, he's yours. He's your son, but he belongs to all of us, because we all fell in love with him. I was so blessed to be able to meet Murray and see the two of you together. And it's pretty heartwarming. But there's animals are like people. Some you meet them and they're nice, or they're cute, whatever. Meeting Murray was pretty profound in my life because he totally radiated love. and the love that he had for you. I mean, he would, I'm petting him and I'm talking to him now. I'm all excited to meet him. And he's happy and he gives me a few little kisses, but he constantly kept looking up at you just to make sure Dad's still there. Dad's cool with us, you know. But that connection was so real. And I get it because, I've had some of my own. I think you know that, I lost my two babies, RJ and I did, this past year, 3 days apart. And, it's not something that we can just, it's like, it is definitely losing a family member. To some people, they don't get it,
You'd mentioned earlier, like everybody loved him. When he passed away in October of 2019, the outpouring of love, like I didn't really allow myself to imagine what that would be like. But it was overpowering. It really was. And there were so many people that were grieving with me, but I think I even posted it on social media. I was like, I appreciate everybody that loved my boy. But at the end of the day, he was mine.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no grieving more than me. Mm-hmm. That was the toughest day of my life. It wasn't the day that I almost took my life. That was easily the toughest day of my life. And I made it through that day because I promised Murray that I'd never hurt myself as long as he would let me know that he was okay. And he did that. He held up his end of the bargain. You were one of the people he went to. And he was just like, you got to let my dad know that I'm okay. So now that I know he's okay, and I get so many stories from people that lose their loved ones, their pets, and I'll get a story that says, Murray was there to greet them. We were at Michigan Paracon last year, and a lady was talking to us about her pup, and like I can talk to Murray now. My mind has to be very quiet for me to be able to do it. Like there can't be a whole lot else going on. But I remember in that moment, I started to tear up, and I told Lauren after the lady walked away, I was like, Murray says he's got it. He's got that pup, and everything's fine. So he's a little ambassador on the other side for me.
Absolutely.
And he's constantly looking out for me and doing things to make Dad's life better. And this lady over here that's not talking. So let's get her to talk.
Oh, yeah. Lighten us up a little bit, Lauren. Whew. So
I'm going to say that wasn't fair. One bit.
I think Tim and I are both trying to keep it together, and I'm sure you are too. But
yeah, you sprung on me.
Yeah, but I think the coolest thing ever, and I'm going to do this without crying, was after Murray passed, when I did get to see him, when he made some rounds and he came down. The coolest thing ever was to see him wag that tail completely. And I lost it. And it was like that, that's the best thing that you can give me to give your dad is he was no longer broken. He was not in any pain. Murray had a smile, as you know, and he did. So I got that out. Okay.
There's a little bit of humor built into our presentation just for that. Otherwise, I would just stand up there for 55 minutes or so and just cry. I do remember the first big event we did here was the spring after Murray passed away. It was in March 2020. It was right before COVID. And I was one of the first speakers. And I just went up there and did a eulogy. and it was therapeutic for me because there's nothing I wanted to do other than talk about my boy.
Yeah.
And so many people told me that weekend that they saw him, that they heard him, that he was there. He knows this is still about him.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's ever not about him, then I don't think we do it anymore.
Right.
But he knows.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing him running around there this weekend like he did that year. He was definitely, he likes it there. And I'm glad you guys like it there. So I'm trying to not get too emotional here. So in the lineup, you have all kinds of speakers and the gallery and all of that. But then in the evening, there's going to be some pretty fun stuff going on. And I think it was actually Lauren's idea to make some fun out of this, wasn't it?
The karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was me.
I remember seeing that.
Tim was actually not on board at first.
Really?
Karaoke makes me very. But yeah, I'll let Lauren talk about the karaoke, and then she could probably plug, the ticket sales and what we need to do to make it happen.
Yeah. What do we want to know about the karaoke?
Well, what's going on? Who's doing it?
Jamila, and she is Firecracker, and that's at 9 p.m. I think, right?
Somewhere around.
Otherwise, right before that, we are going to be having like 50-50 raffle giveaway. We'll be also announce hopefully what the donation is. What are we currently at for tickets?
Well, I made a dumb, and I told people if we sold 24 more tickets or the equivalent in donations before the event started, that I would sing karaoke, and I absolutely detest karaoke. So we got 7 more tickets to sell. So I would be thrilled if we sold 6 more, and I didn't have to do the karaoke.
I'll buy the 7th.
So now that's our money. So it's not even
everybody listening, invite a friend and buy them a ticket or get them to buy a ticket. We need at least 7 more. I say 70 more, but 7 would do it. And I'm going to tell you, I don't sing. I mean, I sing in the shower and I sing in the car and I sing so low that people can't hear me because my kids actually pay me to not sing. So I'm willing to bet my kids would also pay Uncle Tim to not sing. But it's going to be fun. So we all want to hear this. I think it's going to be a good time.
I told him to pick out a song.
Did you pick one out?
You should be prepared.
I have a song.
Oh, okay.
I have a song.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Because
get
I
all
was
of
going
it.
to say,
I have a song.
the audience could vote and pick a song for you.
No, I've got one.
Okay.
I'm going to nail it too.
So ticket
It's got to be at
sales.
least a minute.
Yeah, at least a minute. Where do people go to find tickets? And there will be tickets at the door as well. Come in, we'll take your money for the shelter. And so all of this is going to come with their ticket, right? All of these speakers, silent auctions, raffles.
Speakers, vendors, karaoke, all that good stuff.
Wow. That's quite an ordeal.
You can go to the Pawtographs for Pooches website.
Okay.
I think we're lagging over each other, so I'm sorry if I'm talking over you. You can go to the Pawtographs for Pooches website and hit events, and it'll take you to the Pawtographs Parafest 6. Or, if you're my friend on Facebook, if you're Deb's friend on Facebook, go check out one of the posts, and there's an Eventbrite link there. Or I think you can go to eventbrite.com and just type in Pawtographs Parafest 6, and it'll come up.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of ways, and then you can also get tickets at the door. So
Yeah. Show
just
up.
join us. If you can't make it, consider donating and get me closer to making a fool out of myself.
It's going to be a good time. Well, Roscommon County Animal Shelter is pretty excited. They hadn't, they've never been involved in this before because the other events that you did here went to other shelters. And this year we thought, let's give to our own. They're amazing. They're a great shelter. They take really good care of the animals. I've gotten babies there, use them quite a bit. So I'm excited, and really appreciate what you're doing for them. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for setting that up.
Yeah.
Excited to work with somebody new and hopefully have some good news for them on Saturday night.
Yeah. Have you haven't met any of them because of course you don't live here. You're a long ways away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not met anyone. That's one of the things about doing events in another state, and we do quite a few of them. It makes it difficult to be like on the ground, hands on. So, like we said in the beginning, thank you for doing that for us. There's a lot of folks that really come through for us, and help us pick shelters, recommend places that we should help. I would love to help everyone, but there's just not enough time in the year to do that many events and have them be successful. So we're excited. This is our biggest event of the year. It always is. And hopefully it's our best.
I think it will be. So Robin was saying that she sees karaoke in your near future. I want to know, Lauren, are you going to get up and sing with Tim?
No, I'm not. I think he mentioned a duet to other people, but I was not invited.
We might have
Well,
to.
I heard Shane Pittman has a wonderful voice. We'll probably get Dustin Perry to sing some Elvis. I'm sure Jamila is going to sing. Chelsea's probably going to sing. So, I mean, I'll be up against some stiff competition, and it'll be my job to, make everyone laugh.
Oh, it's going to be a good time, but I wish Lauren would do it too. So,
well, I used to think that I had a pretty decent voice. And then one night I was a little drunk and actually sang for Tim, and he said it was bad. So now I kind of refuse because he blew it and said I was awful.
What does he know?
She's like, someday I'm going to sing for you, and it's going to be wonderful. And then it was. So.
You're so...
That's his opinion. See, Val is also saying, come on, Lauren. Everybody wants you to sing. We'll have to work on something. So how late is the karaoke going, or is it kind of up in the air and we'll see?
I think it's kind of up in the air, right?
Okay. It might be 3 songs and done. You don't know.
Yeah. Or until the hotel tells us to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been dealing with us. It's where we do the UFO con and other retreats and stuff. They've been dealing with us for quite a while, and they know that we're a pretty wild and crazy group. So they're pretty good with it. they know. And they haven't thrown us out yet, so we'll see. So as far as donations, I know there's a lot of people. I'm hoping there's a lot of people listening saying, oh my God, that sounds great. I wish I could be there. I wish I could help this out. How can people donate that can't be there?
The easiest way is to go to Pawtographs.com. There's a donate button on the homepage. You can send it directly to my Venmo, send it to my PayPal, but you'd have to get in contact with me to do that. So Pawtographs.com is the easiest way. Every little bit helps. If 20 different people donate $10, that's $200,
Mhm.
and it goes to the shelter. So don't ever think that your whatever you can afford. I know times are not exactly the easiest these days. So we understand if you can't make it happen, if you can't attend the event, but if you have a little extra change in your pocket and you feel like giving it to the animals, go to Pawtographs or Pooches.com.
Make Tim sing.
Yeah, make me sing. I don't want to. I don't want to sing.
Well, at least, this year we're not making you wear leggings and funny clothes.
That's what I said.
Jump in the lake.
My days
Lake's
of
so
leggings.
frozen.
Yeah. I mean, I might go out there and do a snow angel in the lake.
Not on it. Don't go on it.
I mean, if we get to the point where we raise 5,000, maybe I'll do a snow angel.
Okay, I don't know if I want you to go on it too. I'm kind of with Lauren on that. It's a shallow lake, and I think it's still frozen, but
yeah, it's frozen.
Might you go through? What if you decide to do this and you step right where somebody had made a hole in it? Anyways,
you got a really good story.
Let's hear it.
There's snow on the grass. You could just do it there.
I could do it there.
Yeah.
I'm being vetoed by my wife.
See what happens when you get a wife.
Yeah. Nobody told me
that. Didn't know that part, huh? But that's okay. I mean, think of snow angels in the frozen lake.
Yeah.
I'm with Lauren on that one. I think
I'll volunteer Todd too. Todd will do it. He doesn't know, but he'll do
it. And tell us about Todd, because I know Todd. I love Todd. I think he's totally very cool. But he's a big part of this story as well.
Well, Todd and I have been crawling around in dark places together since 2008 with Fox Cities Paranormal Team. He started doing lectures with me probably about 5 or 6 years ago already. Found that we had a lot of fun doing that. And then he's been a huge part of Pawtographs. You'll hear, first of all, you're going to see Todd cry this weekend. That's always a highlight for me. But Todd met his wife through a paranormal event. So Todd always says that without his nephew Murray, that he wouldn't have met his wife. So this whole thing's really important to him. He's got a corporate match from work that's $2,500 a year. And I think so far we've used that match for about $12,500. Wow. So a big portion of what we have raised is because of Todd Arnold. And you're not going to find a better person either. He's just a good dude. I think Lauren likes him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I've told you I've had Todd sometimes.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good guy. I adore Todd. I think he's great. And I think it's awesome that every year he does that. He could probably pick any charity event and donate that, right?
He could, yes.
Match, but he always does it for Pawtographs. So it's so important that we hit that $2,500 mark.
Yeah, let's not leave any money on the table.
No, absolutely not. And if it takes all of us coming up with an extra, 5, 10, 15, whatever, we've got to hit that mark so that we get that extra for the animals. And, I have to say, I've been right there, most Pawtograph events in Michigan anyways, and I think a few in Ohio, to see you hand that money over to these shelters. I've had people ask me recently, well, how do you know that he gives that money to the shelter? Well, many of us, hundreds of us every year, see you actually hand it over. So I just wanted to put that out publicly.
Yeah. I tell people all the time that I've actually lost money doing Pawtographs.
Oh,
Because of, just a lot of times I don't take out for my own travel. A lot of times I don't take out for my own hotel. I pay the ticket fees out of my own pocket, stuff like that. Now, this year I set it up differently. Ticket fees are not out of my pocket, which I'm very thankful for.
Because he's got a wife.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just so personal that I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror if I didn't. I think Murray'd be pretty disappointed if I just.
Uh-oh.
I can never see a time where we would do that.
Right. Yeah, we got to keep Murray happy, for sure.
Yeah, it probably lagged at just the right time where people are going to clip it and be like, "I'm only giving 10% to."
No,
So
100%.
let's hope that didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
All proceeds.
Yes, all proceeds. I mean, there's always, bills you have to pay with events like this.
Oh, absolutely.
But really great group of people, and there have been times when we've had like 50 people in attendance, and we've come close to $10,000. Mm-hmm. So that kind of stuff's pretty incredible that we've been able to do that. So there's a lot of folks behind it. A lot of folks. I've said before, Michigan wraps its arms around Pawtographs and doesn't let it fail.
Michigan loves their animals, and Michigan loves you, and it's a great event. So, Michigan people have taste, right? We know what's good.
I like not good taste in football.
Oh. Well, I don't think Deb's a football fan, so that's not going to hit as hard as you want it to.
She just said Michigan.
Yeah.
She just said Michigan.
I have to tell you, I am not a football fan. Often. This year, it was like, okay, Lions kicking butt here. I have to. So I did actually watch, a few games. In the end, I was bummed, but very proud of them for, bringing it back.
I'm not going to comment because I still want people from Michigan to come to the event.
But you do support Michigan. I've seen you wear Michigan hats and
Michigan Wolverines. I am not a Detroit Lions fan, so all of you can be Detroit Lions fans, and I'm happy for you. It's just this next year is probably time for you guys to just return to what you've always been and know your role and take last place.
Oh, come on. Not everybody can be Green Bay Packers, But I do have to say, of football teams, I've always enjoyed Green Bay. So the Packers are pretty cool.
Val's a Bears fan.
Oh, Val.
Uh-oh. And I thought we were friends. I thought you were my friend. Oh,
there goes the friendship.
Now there are some words I can't say, but I'm not a sports freak at all. I have kind of a hard time with the whole sports thing, but Bears fan, Val, we must talk. And, Val and I are going to be together at Pawtographs all weekend. So if you hear some yelling going on, she's bringing up the Bears. I'll leave it right there.
One of my best friends is a Chicago Bear fan, so we have a lot of fun back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they're not really a threat anyway. So
there you go. Well, everybody's a threat to Detroit. So.
Minnesota Vikings too.
What can I say there? But I have other good friends who are from Ohio, so that's worse. Your mom.
Oh boy! Comment section.
My mom and Val are about to throw down.
I wish your mom could come, but she always babysits, right?
Yes.
It's all good. It's all
And
good.
they were super excited to go to grandma's for the weekend.
Yeah, the amount of crying that Daisy did today before we left.
Mhm.
But they know they're going to get spoiled for 4, and we'll get them back on Sunday, and they'll sleep for like 16 hours because all they do is play at grandma's.
Mhm.
So it actually ends up working out pretty good for us.
Mhm.
Back and they just crash on the couch.
Yeah. I dog sit my grandpuppies, Blaze and Bailey, and I know that, when Daddy leaves, they cry and they get so upset. And then, once he's gone, they run to Grandma for treats because they know I feel sorry for them, and they just have to give me that look, and it's going to work. So I'm sure your mom is the same way. I know her heart.
Yeah. I'm excited to meet Blaze. It'd be my first time, but I'm going to turn into the interviewer at this point, and I want you to tell me the story of Blaze.
Oh, geez. Okay. So, Skylar came home and said, Mom, I fell in love with this puppy. Can I get this puppy? And I said, absolutely not. We have all these dogs. No. Well, then he brings the puppy home and says, oh, okay. Anyway, so Blaze was about 2 months old, 2.5 months old, and developed parvo. And he was so sick. We had taken him to the vet, and they gave him IVs, and he just was getting worse. And it came down to, it was like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. The vet was not open, and this poor baby just started throwing blood out of both ends. And we knew this is it. So I made a desperate post, something I never do. But I made a post on Facebook, please help. I don't know what to do. And, oh God, what's the name of that shelter?
Northern Michigan Animal Rescue Network.
Yes, Northern Michigan Animal Rescue Network. Came to the rescue and said, Deb, take him to Traverse City. Take him to the emergency vet. We've got this. For all that you've done, all that Tim has done with Pawtographs for us, because you literally, how many years did you donate to them?
Yeah, it's quite a bit. I mean, they're good people too.
And
so I would love to donate to them again at some point. But they're fantastic people. Rosemary's incredible.
Yeah, she is so sweet, and she felt my heart right away. How she saw that post soon enough, it all worked out because Marie said it was going to. And we were devastated, drove as fast as we could to Traverse City. It's an 1.5-hour trip. And the whole thing was totally covered because, we had spent all this money at the local vet that did nothing for him. And he is still here. He is now going on 3 years old. An amazing, amazing, loving, wonderful. I've never met a dog quite like him. But if it were not for Pawtographs connecting me with Rosemary and their rescue and her, it all just worked out. All the way to Traverse City, I kept getting, I think Murray had only been gone a few years, right? At this point. I'm driving part of the time. Skylar's driving part of the time because we're both losing it. And Murray was right there, and I kept getting verbally from Murray, I've got this. He's going to be okay. So I knew he was going to be okay, but you still have that little doubt, that fear. And so we get through everything. They had given Blaze all what they needed to give him at the animal hospital. We're coming back, and all of a sudden he wanted a chicken nugget, and he ate it. Now, this is a dog who couldn't eat for so long. And then I hear Marie say, I told you, I can't do. So the whole way there, the whole way back, Maury was absolutely with Blaze, and we still have Blaze because of Maury, because of the whole rescue, and Bill screaming at me that we're down to just a few minutes. Sorry, Bill, not really screaming. Okay. But we're almost out of time. So yes, Pawtographs has saved so many fur babies, but in my own personal life, I could never repay what they did for Blaze. So it's all because of Murray.
I'm just so happy that,
and because of you,
we were in a position where they could help because we had done that event for them. So
right?
Makes me very happy. Like I said, I can't wait to meet the little guy, and Uncle Tim's going to give him a big hug.
Yeah, he's gonna love it. He's gonna lick your face off. I'm so excited.
Laura loves that. She loves kisses on the face.
Yeah, he'll get you up the nose and everything. But oh gosh. So everybody come tomorrow, donate, go to pawtographsforpooches.com. I know the website was down this afternoon because I had a few issues. I don't know if it got back up or not, but you can always contact, like Tim said, contact Lauren, contact Tim, contact me. Anybody that you see in that poster will be able to tell you. Can I put that up again real quick? So there it is. Get your phones out, take a snapshot, or find it on Facebook or the website. Everybody be there. Be there tomorrow. No,
Or
Saturday.
Yeah, be there Saturday. Don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you can come tomorrow if you want to hang out for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. I'll probably be there tomorrow. Not going to say anything, but so are you guys going to relax tonight and just gear up?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're going to head down and have a drink or two, relax, and then probably sleep for 10 hours and be ready for the weekend.
That sounds good.
That's wishful thinking.
I'll sleep for 4 hours.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you guys both for being on. We love you, and we'll see you very soon. Everybody come to the event or donate. We're looking forward to it. Last words from either
Just go to pawtographsforpooches.com and join us on Saturday so we can help the animals.
Yes. Bless you all. Everybody have a fantastic week. And until we meet again, may all of your awakenings be mystical. Good night, everybody.